Chris, your 3 minutes starting now. Off you go.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Chris, and I'm a CEO at Virbe. We all live in an impatient world where most of us hate standing in queues or being put on hold. Today, we expect that digital services like Uber Eats, Airbnb, Booksy should be available 24/7. However, not all that apps are that user-friendly. Chatbots in general are cumbersome, and for most, it's still much better to talk to a real human. That's what our brains were trained for from our birth. The sad truth is, however, that humans are difficult to scale and aren't for us 24/7. They also take vacations, sick leaves, requires months of training, and often tend to have bad days. What's more, in post-pandemic world, they can't even go to work due to forced social distancing. The situation is totally opposite for virtual beings. They can work 24/7 in multiple places at the same times, and they would always respond with a smile, just as instructed. And having said that, I would like to introduce you to Rika. She was one of our first virtual beings. And in our team, she is a jack of all trades. She can work as a shopping assistant, virtual influencer and math teacher, or even can keep you a company during social distancing. However, virtual being creation is quite complicated, time-consuming, and uncommon. And that was also true for us in the beginning. And that's why we decided to solve those issues once and for all. And that's why we created Virbe, which is a turnkey solution for virtual being creation. Can be easily integrated into existing applications and products. We provide variety of interactive 3D models, which we bring to life thanks to our behavioral engine. And we incorporate them with voice and conversational capabilities, as well as contextual gestures and emotions. Our beings can be deployed to any kind of TV, mobile, VR, AR devices. And here are some examples of what we already developed with our technology. And in a week, you will be able to see one of our major implementations for VR AR Global Summit Conference. And our virtual beings can be interacted with in all those examples. There are two main revenue streams. One is like premium services for enterprise customers, where our team built custom integrations. And the second one is a SaaS platform licensed in a B2B2B model through our partners who fuel our exponential growth. And we hope that by the end of 2021, we will have more than 100 beings deployed with our technology. Virtual beings like Rika can be used in various markets, but in the current COVID reality, we have focused on businesses related to e-commerce and influencer marketing. Many say that virtual beings are the next thing after chatbots, and this particular market is worth currently $2.6 billion with a compounded annual growth rate of 30%. So it still has much more. Oh, okay, sorry.
Sorry, Chris. Just I gave you 10, 20 seconds, but you've run over slightly. So thanks a lot for that. You can come to those points during the Q&As. So you've got 4 minutes starting now.
Thanks.
So was that the last slide from your presentation?
No, not yet. There were 3 more. So there is a slide about competition, team, and our current situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I look at this, currently you're just in the virtual reality space. Could it be that the future product is that I have a chatbot that I can upload into your system? You could then, using your proprietary IP, build a virtual assistant, and I can put that on my website or my e-commerce site to help people navigate. There's far more money in that than virtual reality. Can you just go through the scalability of the platform and how you scale out your product set?
So we are not only in virtual reality space. So we have a technology that can be launched on any kind of platform, any kind of device. We actually integrated our first plugin is built for Unity, so we can actually release it for mobile, TV, and website. So it's not only about virtual reality. It's just to give you this kind of next generation experience. So for e-commerce website, usually you can add a regular text chatbot, which might be useful when you talk to this, but it's not very user friendly for most users which are above 40 years old. they are not very used to using apps. They are used to talking to people. And with virtual beings, our main area of interest is augmented reality, because that's something which hopefully in the next few years, every one of us will be, or most of us will be wearing on our heads. And then having this kind of text-based chatbots has to be somehow transformed into more inherent way for 3D environments, which is like embodying of chatbots into the form of virtual being. So it's not only virtual reality, we can already integrate with websites as well, like a regular e-commerce website as well.
Okay.
Do you have your own AI voice assistant, or are you partnering with other providers?
So we are currently partnering with other providers, but we started, there's a lot of open research going on. So we actually also trying to experiment it, but it's still not yet scalable enough with voice cloning. So we actually can from 10 seconds of voice sample, we can generate a voice of a particular human. So that's something which we eventually want to incorporate into our product once it's ready. Either we will integrate with something which is open source or partner with someone who made this commercial.
Yes, so I want to touch base about how far in development you are with the platform, because you mentioned the Global Summit conference, but I didn't hear any clients that you have already paying for this.
Yeah, so we had our first revenue of 50,000 euros, but we also got this month we signed a grant with Polish Agency of Entrepreneurial Development. Our SDK is already launched in beta, so it's still not open, but it will be open in October this year once we're done with this first task of our grant. That's what we already have money for. Yeah.
And do you have anything that is secure intellectual property? What makes you different from any other design and build platform that's going to be good? Because if it comes as prevalent as you say, it's going to spark a lot of competition. What have you got in your intellectual property locker that keeps your market share?
So the biggest challenge is to build a chatbot engine which is suitable for virtual being. And this is something which we already built on top of open source, like a project called Raza. So we now added those extra layers of gesture and emotions, animations. And it's really hard to correlate one with each other. So our IP at the moment is built with how we incorporate machine learning to integrate gestures and emotions into the context of conversation.
So thanks, Chris. That's the time up. Thank you very much. Best of luck. Next up, we have Wojciech Wiesner, founder of Express Delivery. He'll be presenting his startup.